Mr. Leo was a big, powerful boss who worked hard to keep his family safe. He did not trust many people, but he loved his helper, Maya, like a best friend. She knew all his favorite things and kept his biggest secrets safe. But one sunny day, Mr. Leo wanted to surprise her with a special gift. He walked quietly down the hall and peeked through her office door. What he saw inside made his heart feel completely broken. Once upon a time, in a very tall building in the middle of a busy city, lived a man named Mr. Leo. People called Mr. Leo a mafia boss. To most people, that sounded very scary. It meant he was the leader of a very big, powerful group of people. He wore sharp, dark blue suits. He always looked very serious, and when he walked down the hall, his shoes made loud, heavy click-clack sounds. Because Mr. Leo was a boss, he had a lot of secrets. He had to keep his family safe. He had to make sure the bad people in the city did not hurt the people he loved. Because of this, Mr. Leo did not trust many people. Trust means believing that someone will always be good to you and never lie to you. Mr. Leo thought trust was the most important magic in the whole world. But there was one person Mr. Leo trusted more than anyone else. Her name was Maya. Maya was his assistant. An assistant is a helper. But to Mr. Leo, Maya was not just a helper. She was his best friend. Maya had a kind smile. She wore neat white shirts, and she always knew exactly how Mr. Leo felt. Every morning, the same happy things happened. Maya brought Mr. Leo his favorite warm tea with honey. Maya organized his messy desk so he could find his important papers. Maya listened to him when he was sad or worried. Maya, Mr. Leo would say, looking out his big glass window at the city, "I am so glad you are my friend. Being a boss is very lonely. But with you here, I feel safe." Maya would smile and say, "I will always be here to help you, Mr. Leo. We are a team." Mr. Leo felt a warm, happy feeling in his heart whenever she said that. He believed her. He shared every secret with her. He told her where he kept his money. He told her where his family lived, and he told her all his plans to keep his group safe. He trusted her with his whole world. One windy Tuesday, things started to go wrong. Mr. Leo had a secret plan to buy a big, beautiful toy store for the children in his neighborhood. It was a surprise. Nobody knew about it except Mr. Leo and Maya. But suddenly, another boss, a mean man named Mr. Thorne, bought the toy store first. Mr. Leo was very confused. "How did Mr. Thorne know my secret?" he asked. A few days later, Mr. Leo had another secret. He was going to send a special, safe car to pick up his grandmother. But before the car could get there, Mr. Thorne's men blocked the road. Mr. Leo was not just confused anymore. He was worried. He felt a cold, scary feeling in his tummy. Someone was telling his secrets. Someone was a traitor. A traitor is someone who promises to be your friend, but then secretly helps the bad guys. "Maya," Mr. Leo said one afternoon. His voice was shaking a little bit. "Someone is telling our secrets to Mr. Thorne. Someone is being very bad. I do not know who it is. I am so scared for my family." Maya looked at him. She reached out and patted his arm. "Oh, Mr. Leo, that is terrible. Don't worry. We will find out who the bad person is. I will help you look. You are safe with me." Mr. Leo smiled. "Thank you, Maya. You are the only one I trust." The next day was a bright, sunny Friday. Mr. Leo was feeling a little bit better. He thought about how nice Maya was to him when he was scared. He wanted to do something nice for her. "I am going to bring Maya a surprise," Mr. Leo thought. "I will go to her office and say thank you for being such a good friend." Usually, Mr. Leo called Maya on the phone to tell her he was coming. But today, he wanted it to be a surprise. He walked down the quiet hallway. His shoes did not make loud click-clack sounds today. He walked very softly. He held a small box in his hand. Inside the box was a beautiful silver pen. It was a gift to say, "Thank you for being my helper." Mr. Leo reached Maya's office door. The door was open just a tiny little bit. Mr. Leo lifted his hand to push the door open and say surprise. But then, he heard a voice. It was a man's voice. A voice he did not like. Mr. Leo stopped. He peeked through the small crack in the door. He looked inside. What Mr. Leo saw next made his heart stop beating for a second. It felt like a big, heavy rock dropped right into his stomach. He was standing behind the white door, wearing his nice blue suit, peeking into the bright room. Inside the room, Maya was sitting at her big wooden desk. But she was not alone. A dark-haired man in a dark blue shirt was leaning over her. It was one of Mr. Thorne's bad men. The man was whispering right into Maya's ear. And what was Maya doing? Maya was holding papers. But they were not just any papers. They were pictures of Mr. Leo. They were Mr. Leo's top secret files. In that moment, Maya turned her head and looked back over her shoulder. Her eyes looked wide and guilty. She looked like someone who had just been caught doing something very naughty. She was listening to the bad man, and she was giving him Mr. Leo's secrets. Mr. Leo's breath caught in his throat. His hands started to shake. The silver pin in the little box felt very heavy. Maya, he thought. My friend Maya. She is the traitor. Mr. Leo did not feel angry. He did not want to yell. He just felt an unbelievable, terrible sadness. It felt as if someone had taken his favorite toy, his favorite blanket, and his best friend, and thrown them all away in the garbage. He had told her all his secrets. He had told her she was the only one he trusted. And she had given his secrets to the bad man. Mr. Leo gently pushed the door open. It made a soft creak. Maya gasped. The bad man jumped back, looking very scared. The bad man knew Mr. Leo was the big boss, so he quickly ran out the other door, disappearing down the stairs. Now, it was just Mr. Leo and Maya. The room was very quiet. Outside the big glass window, the city was sunny and bright. But inside the room, it felt dark and cold. Maya's hands were shaking. She dropped the pictures of Mr. Leo on the desk. Mr. Leo? Maya whispered. Her voice sounded tiny, like a little mouse. I can explain. Mr. Leo walked slowly into the room. He looked at the pictures on the desk. He looked at Maya. His eyes were shiny with tears that he would not let fall. You gave them my secrets, Mr. Leo said. His voice was very soft. You told them about the toy store. You told them about my grandmother. Maya started to cry. Big tears rolled down her cheeks. I am so sorry, she cried. Mr. Thorne's men came to me. They told me that if I didn't give them your secrets, they would take away my little brother's bicycle and be mean to my family. I was so scared, Mr. Leo. I just wanted to keep my little brother safe. Mr. Leo listened. He understood what it felt like to be scared for your family. He really did. But then he asked her a very important question. Maya, he said gently, why didn't you tell me? I am the boss. I am your friend. I could have protected your little brother. I could have stopped the bad men. We were a team. Why didn't you ask me for help? Maya looked down at her shoes. I don't know, she cried. I made a mistake. A really big, bad mistake. Please forgive me. Mr. Leo looked at the little box in his hand. He slowly put it on Maya's desk. Maya, Mr. Leo said, and his heart hurt with every word. I understand that you were scared. Being scared makes us do silly things. I am not going to hurt you. I will even make sure Mr. Thorne never bothers your little brother again. Maya looked up, wiping her eyes. Thank you, Mr. Leo. Thank you so much. Can I still be your helper? I promise I will never lie again. Mr. Leo closed his eyes and shook his head slowly. No, Maya, he said sadly. Why? Maya asked, sniffing. Because of trust, Mr. Leo explained, like a teacher helping a student. Trust is like a beautiful, shiny glass vase. When we are friends, we hold the vase together. But when you lied to me and gave away my secrets, you dropped the vase. It broke into lots of little pieces. Mr. Leo pointed to his heart. I still care about you, Maya. I forgive you for being scared. But I cannot glue the glass vase back together. Every time I look at you now, I will wonder if you are going to drop it again. A boss cannot have an assistant he does not trust. Maya cried harder because she knew he was right. When you break a promise, it is very hard to fix it. Please pack your things, Maya, Mr. Leo said softly. You have to go home today, and you cannot come back to work here. Mr. Leo turned around and walked out of the room. His shoes did not go click-clack. They just dragged quietly on the floor. He went back to his big office and sat in his chair. He looked out the window at the tall buildings. He felt very lonely again. He had to find a new helper, and he knew it would take a long, long time before he could trust someone with his secrets again. But as he sat there, he learned a very big lesson. He learned that even when our hearts get broken, we can still choose to be kind. He chose not to be mean to Maya, even though she was a traitor. He chose to protect her little brother anyway. Because being a true friend and a good boss means doing the right thing, even when you are very, very sad. And as the sun went down over the city, Mr. Leo knew that one day, his heart would feel better, and he would be ready to build a new, beautiful glass vase of trust with someone new.